have you been wanting a Louise Carmen but know that you cannot stomach that price point, I highly recommend checking out Cabine Nord. I purchased this, I think, close to a month ago, and it came in last night. And I am just so excited. I immediately became obsessed. I filled it up with my notebooks. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I ended up placing another order this morning for 2 more. And this is the A5 wide chunky, for reference, in the tobacco color with the maroon cord. It does come with black cords for the inner cords, but I'm really obsessed with it. The leather smells amazing, feels amazing. This is definitely a luxe material. I feel like I've heard that the leather they use comes from the same place as the Louise Carmen Paper Republic. I'm not entirely sure in terms of the factories, but if you want to look into that, you can. But I'm just so excited to have this. This one specifically is more of like my commonplace, my sort of like brain dumpy sort of journal in my rotation. And I can show you what I have in here. I also added these charms yesterday. They're nothing special. I may end up replacing them at some point. I'm not really sure where either one of them came from, to be honest. I just found them in my jewelry box, and I do really like gold in my journals. I wear a lot of silver, but for some reason, I think it just works better with the colors I'm drawn to. And I do love this dark brown, although it is a tobacco. She does carry a dark brown, so don't get them confused. But I'll show you the inside. I also, too, I got the chunky specifically, and this is something I wanted to talk about, because a lot of the Louise Carmen journals specifically I was seeing, when you fill them up, they don't tend to, the overlap is kind of like this. And so there's like a lot of spillage with the notebooks themselves. And I do love that she offers the option where you can get the chunky fabric leather. So it kind of has more of an overlap here. So it really like comforts and holds it, which I love. There's not a ton of brands that offer that option. I know there's like 1 or 2 that I've seen here on TikTok. I don't know the name of them, but I love that she offers that, because I knew I was going to fill this to the brim. And especially with the Hobonichi cousin in here, it needed something that would really like make sure that everything stayed in place, because it's quite thick, as you can see. I also love that the leather quality that she uses, this doesn't like fold up and is like annoying when you are writing. I love that it kind of like lays flat. And that was something I remember, I think it was Jaleesa Rose was saying when she reviewed this journal, which is part of the reason I bought this. But I do love that it lays flat, because some of the other ones, like I was eyeballing the Paper Republic trifold, but I feel like the leather would kind of do the bend situation. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in person, so I cannot speak to that. But going inside, I did get the 6 notebook setup. You can do 4, 3, I think, as well, but I knew I was going to fill this. So inside I have 4 notebooks. I have a Paper Republic. I usually use their dotted journals. I really like their dotted journals, but this is a lined journal. It's just my commonplace. I have a journal for artist dates and experiments. I wanted to kind of challenge myself to do that, so I figured if I actually had a notebook for it, going to museums, going to just like maybe take myself on like sort of like a photo walk, stuff like that. I wanted a place to be able to like come to and really focus on. It's something I'm trying to do more this year, is just be a bit more creative and really lean into that part of myself. I also have a media log. I watched the America's Next Top Model documentary yesterday on Netflix and wrote like 9 pages in here. And I'm also reviewing the Drag Race episodes as they come. I haven't been talking about that. I think I'm going to talk about the America's Next Top Model doc, though, because I am a photographer and I work with a lot of models. I think it's something that I would like to dig into a little bit. I kind of want to sit on it a bit more before I jump in and talk about it. But anyway, and then I have the Hobonichi Techno cousin in here. And yeah, that's pretty much the setup. I also added a clamp from Amazon, and then this is also just a pen loop from Amazon too. But yeah, I was like going back and forth. I was looking at the Louise Carmen, but the thing with the trifold like overlap not sitting correctly, I just didn't love that. And I know that people speak so highly of the Paper Republic trifold, but I wanted something that felt a bit different and a little bit more elevated in terms of like the simplicity of this, and couldn't ask for anything better, to be honest. Very excited about my 2 other journals that will probably be coming sometime next month. I ended up ordering a cognac and then I think I ordered the navy color, maybe is what the one I ordered. So I have a cognac and navy. Yes, that's what I ordered in the A5 size. And those are going to be my workhorse photography journals. And then I have another one that's for content creation, media planning, stuff like that. But yeah, that's my review. If you have any more questions, let me know. I will definitely update you guys as it patinas, and then when I get the other 2, maybe I'll do like a full sort of collection ecosystem. So yeah, and also thank you so much to the owner of this company. She was amazing. Her customer service was great. And I have heard not the same situation with Louise Carmen specifically, especially here on TikTok. I've seen a couple of videos where they're not great with the online ordering system. It's probably different when you go in person, obviously, but the way they kind of treat their customers online doesn't look exemplary. What's the word? I don't know. It doesn't look outstanding. And I did love that she was so communicative and has been really lovely through DM as well. So anyway, I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.